Well, hello, fans. I'm here once again with Alan Hinton on crutches, but for our fans, he's here today to talk about the world of soccer. Alan, thank you ever so much for doing this.
Oh, no problem. Lots to talk about.
Lots to talk about, Alan. Why don't we first of all go with the Sounders? They had their derby match with Portland, lost. Some major problems with Clint Dempsey. Give us a quick recap of what's going on with the Seattle Sounders.
Well, I think they've had a very good run under new coach Brian Smetzer. It was a hiccup for the first time this year since Smetzer took over. The performance in Portland was not good. Portland dominated the midfield as they normally do against the Sounders and were 4-0 up at half-time. And then it could have been 6. But at half-time, I thought Brian was very strong and definitely head coach material when he made some changes. He took the most amazing deal for me was when he brought on Roman Torres, who's been out for 11 months, almost a year, with an ACL injury, and he's a big guy. He's practiced. He's not played in any reserve games, which is the norm for a severely injured player who's out for a long time. Brian threw him in the middle of the toughest game in the schedule for the Sounders at Portland. He threw Roman Torres in there for the second half, and it worked out well for Smetzer and for Torres because he came through. Addy, who was very lively in the first half, was very quiet because obviously Roman Torres, being a big guy, can outmuscle most, including Addy. So the Sounders won the second half 2-0. So, but the plus was that Roman Torres is now available and could help the Sounders as they move on towards the end of the season. But the sad part was that Clint Dempsey could not play because he has irregular heart issues. I think it's been an issue in the past. But now they've decided that his well-being is more important than anything, which it is. So we hope that the doctors can sort this out, and I'm sure there's many cases where they have done that. So let's hope he's a family man. He's got 4 kids, and so his well-being is the most important thing. But the Sounders did miss him. Hopefully they can sort this problem out, and he can be back soon.
What do you think the chances are for the Sounders of making the playoffs?
Well, I've looked at the schedule, and I think the schedule is pretty favourable to the Sounders, providing they can keep Ladero playing well. I noticed he's going to play for Uruguay later this week, so he's probably going to get tired. The Sounders luckily do not have any games this international weekend break. Some of the teams in Major League Soccer do, but the big deal is I think the Sounders will win the 4 home games that they have remaining, and I think they'll pick up 2 on the road. We're clearly in better form than Vancouver and San Jose, and Houston's already out of it, I think. So the bottom line is, can the Sounders catch Portland, who are 4 points in front of the Sounders, with the Sounders have got 1 game in hand, so it's very close. The big deal is that the Sounders need to have 2 out of the 3 next games with victories, and I think the playoffs are very achievable, and then of course anything happens when it comes to the crapshoot of the playoffs.
Let's transition over to the English Premier League, Alan. It looks like we've got 3 teams at the top, 2 Manchester sides, as well as Chelsea. Your analysis of the early season for the English Premier League?
At the top of the Premier League, you've got 2 Manchester clubs, and you've got Chelsea, who both have 9 points from 3 games. And of course, not this Saturday, but the Saturday after, you've got Manchester City playing at home against Manchester United early in the season, a big rivalry. They're both unbeaten. I think it's got a draw written all over it, but in the end, it's great for the game worldwide that we got this kind of competition in the English Premier League. I will make a point about Everton, who have Ronald Koeman, who's the manager who did a great job at Southampton last year. He's quietly doing a very good job at Everton in the early stages of his new career with Everton, who are a fine old club. Liverpool will make the Champions League next year. I'm pretty sure about that. But, they find a way of having a bad performance, which Manchester City and Manchester United and Chelsea have found a way to get 3 points each game. Liverpool have not done that so far, but I still like Liverpool.
Alan, the last topic that we have is, I know something very warms in your heart, which is the English national team. And I know that you speak very highly of Sam Allardyce. What are your thoughts as Sam makes his first managerial stint with the English national team?
Well, the whole world loves Sammy. I mean, he's from Dudley, which is the next town to Wednesbury, where I was born. He's still got his strong black country accent. Be interested to see whether he changes his accent now. He's got the premier job in England as the manager of the England national team. But for me, he's got the job that my old boss Brian Clough should have got 30, 40 years ago. But Brian Clough was too strong and too much up front for the then English national team, the board of directors. The board of directors currently are panicking like crazy, so they've given it to Sam because of England lost against Iceland. So England play in Slovakia on Sunday. I will be watching. The whole country will be watching Sam Allardyce, how he behaves himself, how does the team play. Sam will not take any prisoners. If they don't want to do the job, he'll kick them out. He just wants to win. He's done that all of his career, and if he can win for England and turn the spirit around into a positive, we'll all be very proud of Sammy.
Alan, thank you once again for your thoughts on the world of soccer. We look forward to chatting with you again on another session of Alan Hinton Unleashed.
Well, thank you, John. That was great. Thank you.